Dodge, Iowa, which is a town of less than 30,000. It had an incredible art museum there with places to have lots of classes. I took classes instead of going to football camp, in the summertime. But it had a permanent collection and it had a traveling collection or space for traveling collections, and it was a wonderful place to start to learn to love art. It was just beautiful, and I never understood why Las Vegas didn't have a facility like that would be, and this is a little town that's, smaller than or about the size of Boulder City, and I just couldn't understand why we didn't have that here. My connection to art is that I'm a portrait artist. My brother was an artist, and when he passed, I started working my art because it meant something to me to keep an artist going in the family. Most of my art has to do with my children, my other passion in life, and my kids. So I paint my kids, I paint my pets, I paint things that are meaningful to me. And then what's your next question? Absolutely, I think we need a new or an arts facility. I think we need something because there's so much talent in this town, and there's so many artists that would love to be showcased there. But I think it needs to be bigger than just, another gallery in town with the traveling collection. We need a permanent collection. We need it to be bigger than you were even thinking about it. It has to have classrooms for all ages, children all the way up. I think it's important to have arts in the community, and not just the performing arts, but the visual arts. I think that it expands children's minds, it expands everyone's mind. And the last thing we need in this town is closed-minded people, that's for sure. And I think it would be great for the community, but I do think it's got to be bigger than we're planning. It should be 4 stories.
Yeah.
And it should be a beautiful building. Well, obviously, I think there should be classrooms that could be made available that are, that some of there's a lot of teachers in town that could be giving lessons to kids, to adults. That would be great. I mean, and there's not a lot of facilities that are big enough that can provide that. I know we've had a lot of trouble with some of the classes like Stewart's live models, and even Suzanne Forestieri's live models. They don't have a big enough space for as many people that want to take the classes. And another thing is that a lot of it needs to be, for the local artists, needs to be juried, I think. But it's got to be a jury that's willing to look at different kinds of art, not just modern, just not classical, just not photography, That's probably it.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.